Denver versus the Portland Trail Blazers. It was Nikola Jokic, that man on the right that was doing everything. He was scoring, he was setting up his teammates, and he got the Nuggets the double overtime victory despite a Herculean, otherworldly effort from Dame Lillard. Jalen, what do you think about Dame's 55 points and 12 threes?
Of course we're going to acknowledge our king, Jokic, but Dame Lillard, NBA Jam style, was on fire. The only player in the history of the NBA in a playoff game to have over 50, get 10 dimes, and make at least 10 threes. Doing it off the dribble, doing it off the catch, doing it in the clutch, doing it off the glass. Dame Lillard was on fire like MOP. The problem was he didn't get enough help.
No.
And Jacoby, I was born in the early 70s, and watching great players go off like this in the playoffs and lose the game, it was kind of reminiscent of something that I watched when I was little. Michael Jeffrey Air Jordan playing against the Boston Celtics. Between the legs, doing that to my guy Larry. You know I hated seeing that happen to Larry Joe, my guy. But sometimes I dream that he is me. And this is when Michael Jordan started to become, as we now consider, a GOAT. And great players do this in the playoffs, and sometimes they come up short. That's what we saw happen with Dame Dollar last night.
It really is, and usually Dame gets more help than he had last night, but if you put up that full screen again and you look at the numbers, the comparison between his solo production and his teammates, look at the field goal percentage, look at the three-point percentage. The rest of his team only had 5 more assists than he did, and it just felt like he needed a little more from CJ. Nurkic just seems to foul out against Jokic every time he's on the floor. However, this series is not over. It's only 3-2. They go to Portland for game 6. This series is not over, and we're going to see more Dame, especially at home, as this series move on. What a performance from Dame Lillard last night. Like, I was just sitting on my couch in absolute awe of what this man does. And I was so glad that he was doing what he was doing on one channel, because on another channel, the Lakers were getting waxed by the Suns. Absolutely waxed from the opening tip. You see there's only 1 star for the Lakers, there's 3 for the Suns. That's what it felt like last night. Jalen, this was a wild result. They didn't just lose, they got waxed. What do you think that means for this series moving forward?
It means that a team coming from the 7th or 8th seed has never won an NBA championship, as I continue to tell you, because there's no room for error. And once Anthony Davis goes out, you need LeBron James to be Jason Tatum against the Nets. You need LeBron James to be Dame Lillard against the Nuggets. You don't need him passive offensively, getting turnovers earlier in the game, while Devin Booker was scoring 18 points in the first quarter, and the entire Laker team was scoring 10 points in the second quarter. Dennis Schroeder and KCP had 0 points combined in the game.
Wow.
LeBron made 6 threes, but you know what he needed to be doing? Attacking that painted area right there, playing with aggression. And you know what else I saw? Multiple possessions when the Suns got a rebound, or when the Suns got a stop or a turnover. It was 4-on-3 going the other way. It was 5-on-4 going the other way. And LeBron was in the back court like Kareem when he turned 45 and he's playing with the Lakers. And it was showtime. It was like, if y'all gonna go ahead and do the break, y'all do it. But other than that, we gonna wait for El Capitan to cross half court. Except LeBron was doing that on defense. And you saw Cameron Payne making plays. The Phoenix Suns playing confident. CP3 left in the third quarter, only had 9 points. Injuries are gonna determine what happens. If the Lakers get a healthy AD, I say they win game 6 and they win game 7. If he's hobbled in any way, shape, or form, the Phoenix Suns will advance.
Well, this series just got extremely interesting, and after the game, LeBron James went the tunnel early, but he still talked after the game. Let's listen to the King.
We got our ass kicked. I mean, it's just that simple. They got to whatever they wanted to get to in this game, and we got to be better, obviously, if we want to force a game 7. So I mean, they pretty much just kicked our asses. I mean, there's nothing else really to say.
Jalen, what do you think about that resigned LeBron James after Game 5?
I think by the end of the third quarter, there was no AD, no LeBron or CP3. And the Suns were waxing the Lakers. That's what you call surrendering. That's what happened. And again, whether AD plays or not, LeBron still got to go and be dominant. We need MVP level dominance from LeBron Jacoby. This can't be like 25 points and 7 assists LeBron. This got to be 35 point, 10 assists, 10 rebound type of LeBron, or they're going to lose to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. They are on the ropes, sir.